The Great War continues unabated, but the question on the Central Powers High Command is how long can the German and the Austrian armies continue to advance into France before the mighty behemoth that is the United States wakes up and joins the Entente in their efforts. Already we've seen numerous divisions from the Japanese Empire being sent to Europe, and that has slowed down the advance catastrophically. Sure, we have broken through quite a bit. We haven't reached a critical point yet, and we are kind of aching for time here. We are already in June 1917. In the south, however, it's going much better compared to how it did in real history. Together with the Ottoman forces, the Austrians have broken through, and the Germans have now sent divisions to help out. In the south here, we're mostly fighting the Japanese, actually, and also some French. Recently, a combined Japanese and Belgian force has invaded here, also with, I think, some Portuguese and some British as well, into, what would this be even? Istria, yeah, Istria. So we will need to gather up these forces to fight them back, which they are doing already. Alright, great. Let's do this. And just because of that, I got some sort of hair in my mouth, which is very, very uncomfortable. But I can manage that. I'm tempted to expand our aims here. If we look into the west, right now the idea was to cut off this force over here by reaching the coast, right? It seems a reasonable thing to do, considering that we'll cut all of these forces off. They will have to be fed through the sea by supply, which is not as efficient as going by land, I presume at least, unless they have a lot of supply ships. But it seems that they are quite wary of that possibility, and it doesn't seem likely to be able to break through unless we concentrate all of our forces in order to break through here along and maybe get to Le Havre or Calais. So I'm thinking of maybe expanding to try to break through in all regards. We have a lot of forces down here in the south, and the south here is not as well protected, only here on the Swiss border. But around here, not that many forces, mostly Japanese actually. Well, it's about half Japanese and French forces that protect France. It's a bit silly how many Japanese there are, but we need to have some challenge, right? Can't just win all the time, that would be boring. We will send this force to push back. Hopefully capture the port first, so they can't do anything stupid. We can even send some aid from the Italian Guard to help out here. Not really sure what the Italians are doing. They still have the whole secret deal with France. But it doesn't seem that they have... No, they don't have Austria-phobia. They actually do have Austria-phobia, so they have gotten to at least... let's see. They've at least gotten this one. Don't know if I can check if they've gotten the anti-German policy yet. I don't think I can see what relationship they have with, for example, Germany, which is a bit unfortunate. Really, right, do we have anything like that? Let's take a look. Do we have anything with diplomacy? Well, this would be the diplomacy screen. Open country list. Can we see the relationship with anyone else? If we go for Italy here, for example. Italy. No, that just brings us here. So there's no screen, as far as I am aware, that is like in EU4 where you can see the relationship with other people, because that could be pretty useful to see where they would be in the tree, how long they have until they actually go to war, etc, etc, etc. Here we go. The research slots, sure, we can do some things with that. That is a bit too early still. Not too early though, I mean, early support weapons could also be very useful, though this one is even more useful. It's also a bit ahead of time, but defense and soft attack could prove to be fairly crucial. We are relying heavily on infantry. I don't really think we have the economic strength to push through too much with these early heavy tanks, but we are making them though. We are actually producing quite a bit of them, and that is a good thing. But I'm not sure how many we will get and how crucial they will be. So far we are heavily reliant on infantry. Equipment effort there. Let's see what to pick now. Paramilitarism could be well enough. Dual monarchy doesn't matter at the moment. Oppressed minorities, civil fortifications. This one could be decent in South Tyrol, but it's so incredibly specific. Polnische Wehrmacht. Yeah, no, not yet. No, we're not that desperate for manpower. It's a stupid... Like, it looks big, plus 10,000 with all those zeros afterwards. That's not much at all. That's like, what, 1 division or something? Let's go for doctrine efforts so we can get to panzer efforts eventually. That could be useful. It's got some additional free military factories. We could put that into more weapons, perhaps. For now. This advance seems to be halting quite a bit. I'm not expecting to see any big advance like we had a few episodes ago. We really crashed through things. But if we are able to send... Oh, this is beautiful. They are being caught up. Most of them are around here. Will they be able to escape here? I don't think so. No, I don't think the... I think the port is in Trieste. No, it can't be. Yes, it could have been. They can invade in places... Huh. Yeah, I don't think they can escape from here, but that would be a lot of divisions that have died. In case they can't. And if they die, that's great. That's great for me. Great for Austria. We're pushing down into Sudan along the Nile. We're already down here in... Yeah. Have we reached Khartoum yet? Because Khartoum is pretty cool. No, we are just outside of Khartoum and could potentially take it by crossing the Nile down here, and that we shall do. Do they have any additional orders to take more things? I think we should scrap the current order and just increase it, because now we are having... We have momentum. We should use the momentum to take as much as possible. Just make a cross here. Take everything. Everything you can. There we go. I leave the Ottomans to handle Tunisia and North Africa while we sweep down into Congo, Kenya, Tanzania, and the former, well, Tanganyika as it was called in the past. Over here, it's still going pretty well with the attacks. We are surrounding Paris. That is beautiful. If we could break through here too, I think... Are they already surrounded, maybe? Attack from multiple directions is... I don't think that's the same as being completely surrounded. Though if they are starting to lack soon from any supplies, that could be useful. We have air superiority, that is great. We have, apparently, against the French, I think we have decryption advantage, but against the... Oh, against... what's going on here? Attack from multiple directions, enemy air superiority. Oh. Yeah, I think against the Japanese we don't. So the Japanese are more advanced when it comes to encryption, apparently. But we are really close to breaking down the defenses of Paris. Yeah, they are surrounded. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. That could be pretty devastating for them. We can see when the divisions start to lower in amounts. That's how we know we are on the right side of history. Oh, that's probably going to take a while. How long will it estimate? 22 days? That's not too long. That's not too long at all. Come on, I just want to see them disappear. At least 1 or 2. I think there's some of the cavalry has disappeared. Belgium has capitulated. That's pretty significant. That's actually really significant. I think we have a breakthrough here in the west. Yeah, and the Paris defenders are losing men 1 by 1. But soon it will be just increase. And I think we can send in some help to really get the momentum going. They're trying their best to recover these territories, to save Paris, but it's too late. I like that airplane. A nice little airplane flying in my face. Oh, now I want this game in VR for no reason. For no reason. I don't think it would be very useful at all. Also, I don't even own VR. But now I want to own VR. Well, I guess I will need to spend money on getting VR suddenly. 3 days, that's gonna be a lot of French people surrendering as Paris falls to Austria-Hungarian forces. We have changed history. We can safely say that we have changed history. Instead of being the weak man, of the companionship with Germany here. We are the driving force behind this alliance now. We have conquered Paris. All of those divisions have fallen. The fall of Paris, wonderful. The German Empire, as if. We have lost 5 million men. They have lost 4.9 million. Fielded manpower. I like that they have added this. This is pretty useful. Or well, it's nice anyway. How do we only have that much? Seriously, 27% of the war effort? I guess because they have lost so many more men. I guess maybe. Occupation. Yeah, all of this is classified as German occupation. Plus, before with Russia, we only got this little tiny sliver, while we deserve more for our actions, and the Germans just gobble up most of it. So really, the Germans are stealing our thunder. This is probably what happened in real history too. All of the great advances that the Central Powers did against France was obviously Austro-Hungarian forces. They switched places really. So against Italy, it was really the German army. I'm convinced now that this is the case. A great deal of historical revisionism. Early support weapons free. Go ahead. Flamethrower is nice. Actually, this is way too in the future. Early motorized could be a thing. Motorized ambulance, that's a wonderful thing. Though I'm not sure how we will ever reach Britain. Britain seems to be a bit too far off for now. I should also redirect our forces here to actually do stuff. If I didn't want to go here, but if we control click to assign, right click to select units. Okay, there we go. We have the unit selected on this front here. Let's move that, and now instead they are tasked to reach the Atlantic coast down here. Can you do that? Hopefully. The ones that are assigned to this one, you will have a new quest to take Calais, Dunkirk, and everything there. And this one will simply fall when Namur falls. Also, Namur is not the name of the submariner. What's his name? You know, the superhero guy that no one talks about anymore. But anyway, there's going to be a lot of Japanese forces and also some Indian forces. 95 divisions up here. 57 of which are Japanese. So the majority of the forces that are trapped here are Japanese. That is pretty insane. Now 100 divisions there. Being pushed back. This is gonna be some massive losses for the Japanese Empire. Luxembourg and Belgium has capitulated. Everyone else is still in the fights. Empire of Japan has lost 1.65 million men. And counting. We have reached, what's this called? Bay of Biscay? Or is that over here? I don't know. But this place here, near Bordeaux. Going up towards Brittany, and basically France has fallen. This is not even a question of whether France will fall, it's just collapsed all of a sudden. It looked fairly impregnable at first, but now it's gone. France is not a thing anymore. We are pushing ever so slowly into the Congo and Tanganyika in Kenya, having conquered all of Sudan in one fell swoop, which is beautiful. Who is fighting who over here? Russian Empire. Oh, the Russian Empire is fighting whom? The Soviet Union, of course. The civil war is still ongoing. Do we have a truce with... I think maybe we went into a non-aggression pact with them. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. We can't cancel it until 1919. That's a shame. But France is falling. And I'm mostly interested in seeing these over 100 divisions trapped at Dunkirk. Is history repeating itself, though a bit too early this time? Maybe. What should we do? The situation in France has become far too much to bear. What should we do? What? Second Treaty of Frankfurt? The fight shall continue. I don't know what the Second Treaty of Frankfurt even does, so Soviet Union? What are you doing over here? Have they helped us or what? Okay, I'm not certain why there's so many Soviet Union troops that are suddenly heading towards the Soviet Union again. Seems a bit strange. They're at war. What? They're fighting against... Oh, they're also at war with the Entente, so I guess they've been trying to help us, or maybe they have helped us this whole time and I haven't noticed. That's just really strange that they would send so many men to the Western Front while they're in a civil war. But then again, I can't do anything about it. Great Mongolian State is now called into the war. 22 Japanese divisions, some Indian divisions are trapped over here. About to collapse, 5 divisions over there. These 100 divisions have been... I don't know if they've been knocked down to 64 or if the rest is now trapped in Calais. That could be, but I'm not expecting any miracle at Dunkirk. Not this time. Not gonna happen. And these guys are apparently lacking in things to do. How about you just take out the rest and go for it? Just got nothing better to do, might as well. The Ottoman and German forces are a bit too slow in North Africa compared to our advance down here, which is a bit disappointing. Very disappointing, in fact. Also disappointing that he will leave this enclave just sitting there. We could probably even push here in Hejaz as well. Potentially send our hussars down there to try to help out. Oh, sorry. Have we gotten any of our division? No, these are not done yet. When will they get done? Support equipment are lacking. Yeah, we need to produce more support equipment. We're aching for it pretty heavily. So support equipment, you will have another one being made for you, and we will reduce our production of, for example, early fighters and also early artillery. That will be for an additional support equipment queue. This is just too many divisions. How many losses have they taken so far? 5.7 million. Yeah. I'm surprised that their fielded manpower hasn't lowered more than it already has. They must have lost just an insane amount of divisions due to this. And now they have... Is everyone Japanese on their side or what? Everyone seems to be Japanese on the Allied side. 58 divisions, 59 in total, have landed here in northern Germany and are trying to push somewhere, but it doesn't look like they are getting anywhere. And now they're being pushed out of Kiel, and all of those divisions are probably going to be lost. I just wonder how many divisions does the damn Japanese have? Our intelligence tells around 300, plus minus, like here 75 or something. Which is far too many. Far too many. After all of these losses, it's far too many. Now we're up to 6.2 million losses. And with losing those 40 divisions, it's gonna be even more. And losing everything in Africa and stuff. Jesus. How will the Japanese government explain their actions to the people? Here we have a mixed group, some French, some Indians, trying their best to hold out. They're the only resistance in northern France left. And soon they will be squashed like everyone else. 40 divisions. It's way too many. Way, way too many. France has capitulated. Excellent. France is out of the game. And now finally we could potentially see us having the most fielded manpower out of the two factions. We still need to vanquish the British, and somehow get to Japan, because this game is really annoying sometimes with how many you need to capture. Like, at this point you'd think that the remaining factions maybe. Okay, maybe not Britain. And as long as Britain stands, I can understand that everyone else will still fight. That's pretty much what happened during World War II anyway. But if Britain were to fall now, without America joining in, or without any other major power, why would the countries on the other side of the globe need to be conquered before a peace treaty can be drawn up? I mean, sure, I can understand why they would be tenacious enough to still fight, but I figure at least with everyone else in Europe being conquered, with no bastion in Europe left, and being, for example, Australia, New Zealand and Japan, why would you still be in a fight that long? I don't know. I couldn't say. At least we have one. Except the Japanese are now trying to go for another invasion. So let's make sure that doesn't happen. That's the last Indians in France. And up here is not looking much better. How long will that battle last? Another 8 days? How about we speed that up so the 8 days will go a bit faster? Some slower 8 days and time works backwards. There's still a lot of divisions to conquer, even with all the advances and all the bonuses that the German forces have currently. That's just annoying. When will they reach? There we go. Now they're completely surrounded. Now if anyone needs to retreat, they will just die. And there we go, all of them dead. And now at this point, it's pretty safe to say that either we have the most field of manpower or just slightly less. And with all of these divisions over here, let's just conquer them. And what are we sitting waiting for? Just attack. So far, a really great war. It's been a great time. We're pushing into the Congo. Things are looking great. It's still mostly Japanese forces. You could say that you're not so much fighting against Britain and France as you're fighting against Japan so far. Japan has put up a great fight. Can't say the same about the British, but the Japanese, they're doing great. Good job, Japan. Still haven't gotten our first tank division though. Still waiting for the support equipment, as is everyone else apparently. How much support equipment are we back? 2.4 million. No, pausing. It will still take 163 days for the shortage to be taken down with the current thing. So I think we should just make some more military factories in wherever we can. And then put them all on making our beautiful support equipment. Artillery effort is done. We can move on now with artillery effort 2 and just head down there. Well then, these divisions are simply just standing, have nothing to do. What to do with them? I guess go to the border with Italy and prepare for the invasion of a lifetime. Italy didn't join us, they abandoned us in our time of need. And frankly, if they are joining the Allies now, they would be stupid. What will the national focus be set as? Construction effort 2, they are still dealing with all of that. You should have gotten support Germany. We would have given you the territories. We would have also liked that world tension is at 22%. How that is possible, no one knows. And that they capitulate to German Empire, that's 1.9%. That's nothing. Free France apparently has become a thing now. And they are still fighting. Under Armand Falieres. No way he will survive. Oh damn. That's very... United States? The United States, have they joined? The United States have joined in the war. I didn't even realize. That's a shame. Okay, can we do anything with the air forces now? That's a nice addition. That's a really nice addition. I approve of that radius to see what they can do. Okay, they have changed quite a bit since I last played. Good. Let's send 200 fighters over here. Yeah, they don't really have long range at all, but still. Still, I hope there will be enough. Our mission is to... Wait. Fighters are supposed to go for... Just air superiority, I guess? I guess so. I mean, I don't really... I'm a bit confused at the moment about this new interface. Our missions. Yes, air superiority. Go for it, I guess. Head out. They have changed the interface quite a bit since I last played. I'm not really used to the new thing. But you will get used to it too, I suppose. Like right here in Southwest Africa, you can tell that, well, our mission efficiency is apparently not that great. And our airplanes have yet to reach here, I suppose. I guess they have reached, but at the same time we don't have any active fighters here. We don't have anything active at all. Yeah, okay, I will need to take a look at that at some point. At some point when I am not recording, to be able to figure out what it means. What the symbols mean, what everything in the world means. Right, we will change our object. Isn't this here that we are? Yes, remove those objectives. There we go. And instead, head towards closing in here and cutting them off before the Americans send 2 million divisions to amp up France. Spanish flu. No, that's not great. That's less than great. That's actually pretty bad. And they're pushing back over here in North Africa. I think we need to send some more men to help out. Holy shit, they have sent a lot of divisions. Oh, that's just ships. That's just ships. That's not divisions at all. But they did send quite a bit. And in Split, they apparently... Split. Send these divisions to attack here. Not going great. Not going great at all. I'm just happy that France fell before the Americans could do too much against us there. But in Africa things are looking a bit more dire, I suppose. We need more divisions to send there. I just don't know where to find these divisions. Could take these divisions, I guess. Bulgarian divisions, they are regulars. Not the greatest divisions in the world. But I guess they can... No, they're not that great, I don't want them. What to do here? We could do something with air superiority, I guess. Got a new airplane too. Anything with the tanks that we can do? No, that is way too in the future. We go for improved engineering company and also improved recon company. There we go. That should be well enough. I think we can take off some divisions here. I don't think we need all of that many divisions here. We will form a new army. A new army under, say, I don't know, Hermann Köves von Kövesasse. It's a really cool name. He will be assigned to this front. Not all of that though. We'll need to do this manually. He will be assigned to this front. And he will also get some more men to help him out. Let's say these 10 more. There we go. Assign them to and send them along the way. We are currently outdated equipment being produced. Our early fighter has been replaced with a Phoenix. Great. Unfulfilled import request from chromium from Soviet Union. Alright. Soviet Union, why are you failing us? So chromium, was it? There we go. Can we cancel this? Down there. Cancel that. So where can we get it from? Greece, I guess. We will import it from Greece. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I think we will actually take a stop here. There have been a lot of things happening in the Great War in these few months that have passed by. France has fallen. Victories in Africa. Now opposition is stiffening with American forces just pouring in from every direction, and also the Japanese still continuing to give us a hard time whenever we try to do anything, which is unfortunate. So we'll simply have to see what happens in the next episode. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Have a good one.